Day number 9. Wet litter starts with one small error. The big idea is that wet litter does not start as a disease problem. It merely starts as a management problem, usually a small one that gets ignored and grows over time. By day number 9, birds drink more water and small mistakes become visible damage. Point number 1. Most wet litter comes from water, not droppings. What farmers assume is that the birds are sick because they're pooping more, and that's not the case. So what usually happens is that the drinkers are too low, the water pressure is too high, or there's leaking, or there's a blockage in the drinkers. So birds will spill water constantly, soaking the litter before the sickness appears. Point number 2 is that drinkers' height matters more than you think. So what happens? Low drinkers equals splashing. High drinkers, birds struggle to drink. So both of these lead to excess water on the floor, leading to uneven drinking, which results in ultimate stress of your birds. And the real life warning is that drinkers' height must be adjusted almost daily as the birds grow. So it is imperative for you to pay close attention to your birds each and every day. Number 3, poor airflow traps moisture. So if there's not enough circulation of air, guess what? There'll be moisture, and which will result in wet litter. Now, even with good drinkers, but if you have poor ventilation, that traps moisture. If you have litter that stays wet, it will remain wet. And if there's a buildup of ammonia, that will also result in wet litter. So birds suffer before you can even smell it. Number 4, wet litter damages birds silently. How you'll realize that, you'll see a footpad burn. You know the burns that appear under the bird's feet? That's what you'll see. You'll see the birds will result in having chest blisters because of the breathing in of the ammonia-filled air. And there was also an increase in infection risks as birds will eat less, sit more, and slow growth will occur. Number 5, medication does not fix wet litter. Sorry farmers, I wish it could. You cannot medicate your way out of a wet litter. If moisture remains, there's a problem that will return, and there will be a loss that will increase as time goes. Why this cost you money? Listen close. This will lead to poor growth. This will lead to higher feed consumption. This will lead to more mortalities. This will result in low quality of birds at the end of your cycle. It quietly eats profits day by day. So what do you do on day number 9? You adjust the drinker's height. Make sure you fix leaks immediately, remove wet litter patches, and improve the airflow. Make sure that there's circulation of fresh air for the birds. And in one sentence, just to close off and summarize, wet litter is usually your first warning, not your last problem. So I've created a 42-day plan. It's a checklist basically that will help you see what you should be doing on certain days, and it's absolutely free. The link is in the description. And if you want a more in-depth explanation of how to go about completing your cycle and raising your broilers, I've also created a Broiler Gems, which can also be found in the link in the description. Thank you, and I hope you find this information insightful, enlightening, and inspiring. So day number 9 is where we give our birds, or ending off our cycle with from our stress pack and starting to give them clean, fresh water. Fresh water enables the birds to convert the feed for growth. Fresh water helps organ development. Fresh water strengthens the bird's immune system to prevent illnesses and bacteria. So farmers, ensure that you always have fresh water for your birds. It's my little door. have to shake it because sometimes the birds are behind, and you don't want to be the reason why birds die. So it's best just to be extra careful around them. And yeah, so spend time with me in the coop now. Just moving the drink around because I found some wet spots around where the drinker was. So I need to make sure that the litter is always dry, not wet, because if it's wet, it will lead to illnesses and things that you don't want inside your bird coop. So this is me doing my rounds. You need to do rounds to ensure that the birds are moving. There are no ill birds or birds that are struggling to move via sickness or anything of that nature. So just make sure that you spend time in your coop and see how your birds move and birds interact. Moving bird is a healthy bird. I know broilers are perceived as lazy, but at this phase in their lives, they love moving around and they should be moving around. So thank you for spending day number 9 with me. Hope to see you in the next video.